What's up, Ace Pilots? I know you're looking at the Qubeley and ZZ Gundam banner and thinking, is this the gacha dream you have been waiting for? Or a trap to empty your diamonds right before the big half-year anniversary? We all know the rush of a new banner and the fear of a bad pull. So, before you spend a single diamond, let's break down if this is the banner that will change your team for the better, or a gacha nightmare you wish that you didn't pull it. Let's check it out. First up, let's talk about Qubeley and Haman Karn. This pair has generated a lot of buzz, and for a good reason. On the surface, the potential here is genuinely impressive. The Qubeley itself grants a 20% attack power bonus through its ability, and when you pair it with Haman Karn, the extra character ability adds an additional 20% to that. This means we are looking at potentially the highest damage output in the entire game under the right conditions. Furthermore, the Qubeley boosts a highly versatile range of 5. This is a fantastic characteristic as it allows you to pair it with virtually any pilot and still maintain excellent tactical positioning. Haman's pilot abilities also include an Awaken boost, which is excellent for building up awakening value quickly, increasing it by 25%. But, and there is always a but with these banners, this formidable damage potential is highly conditional. To truly maximize the Qubeley output, you are looking at a very strict team composition, specifically requiring a squad of Neon Zone units. This severely limits your flexibility in team building, forcing you to commit heavily to a specific fraction just to achieve those high numbers. Another point to consider is the base stats. The Qubeley has a relatively low base weapon power, which means it relies heavily on those percentage boosts. Haman also has a surprisingly low base awakening stats, which makes some of her awakening dependent abilities less impactful than they could be. And perhaps the most significant drawback for many players, especially those tackling high difficulty events, is the Qubeley's complete lack of a map weapon. In this game's current meta, a powerful map weapon can often make or break a unit's utility in certain challenging scenarios. Now, let's shift our focus to the ZZ Gundam and its pilot Judau Ashta. This unit takes a completely different approach, focusing heavily on survivability and defense, almost to an extreme level. The ZZ Gundam possesses incredibly high base defense, complemented by abilities that further boost its defensive capabilities and significantly reduce incoming damage. One of its standout features is the ability to recover 50% of its HP not once but twice per sortie. This makes the ZZ Gundam an absolute nightmare for opponents to take down, acting as an incredibly resilient frontline unit that just refuses to be defeated. Judau himself also offers valuable team support, providing a 20% defense boost to the entire team, and if your squad includes other AEUG tech units, he grants an additional 15% damage reduction, further enhancing your team's overall resilience. However, just like the Qubeley, the ZZ Gundam and Judau combo isn't without its limitations. Judau's powerful support defense ability, while effective, can only be used once per battle. This means you need to time its activation perfectly to maximize its impact. Looking at its weapon set, the main weapon's debuff is quite restrictive. It only affects enemies that utilize beam weapons, making it situational against other enemy types. And similar to the Qubeley, the ZZ Gundam's mech weapon can only be used once per sortie. While it's good to have, its single-use nature diminishes its overall utility compared to units with reusable mech attacks. Lastly, Judau's overall skill set when compared to other top-tier pilots feels somewhat lacking. He misses the force guard skill and utility skills that could elevate the ZZ Gundam's performance even further, making his pilot skills less impactful in a broader sense. Want to get your hands on the SD Qubeley and ZZ Gundam? Check my link in the description below. Alright, so after an in-depth breakdown for both units, here's my final verdict and recommendation for this banner. This is based on my experience with SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. For all my free-to-play pilots out there, my advice is not to pull for this banner. Hold onto your hard-earned diamonds and wait for the approaching half anniversary event. Based on the past gacha games pattern, we can expect much more powerful, meta-defining units to be released during that period. Investing your limited resource now will likely be a decision you will regret very soon. However, if you are a player who spends regularly on the game, or if you are specifically aiming to build the absolute damage dealing Neo Zeon team, then the Qubeley and Haman combination could be a worthwhile investment. Its raw damage potential is undeniable, but even then, I would advise you to proceed with caution. Weigh your current roster, your strategy, and the upcoming anniversary event carefully before making your decision. So, what are your thoughts? Are you planning to pull on this banner, or are you wisely saving your diamonds for the half anniversary? Let me know your plans and your reasoning in the comments section below. If you found this analysis helpful, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming half anniversary prediction video. If you have yet to check my video on map events tips, click on the clip that is showing now. As always, can play, so can you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.